PCPL, 6th week. I hope that I win this game 2-0 to not only guarantee myself into playoffs, but also I really want a PB&J. I'm gonna be so real, so I just hope the battle goes quick so I can go and eat a sandwich. But if we lose this, there's a small but like possible chance that we actually don't make playoffs, which is crazy when it comes to a group of 12 that go down to just 4 for playoffs, but more than likely we should be locked up in the playoffs. I'm hoping that I can still win because winning is fun and it's a game where you try to win. We're going up against my opponent with a team of... They have a team. I don't know the team. What is their team? Give me a moment. Love when I have to do cuts in the middle of the team builder part. So my opponent has a team of Annihilate, Pachirisu, Hatterene, Espathra, Toxicroak, Girafarig, Haxorus, Electros, Vaporeon, and Pichu. This indeed shuts down a lot of what I think my opponent might want to do, redirecting any sort of side beat-up shenanigans, any sort of nuzzle stuff because of the Covert Cloak. Imprison, preventing Trick Room is nice because their team is generally on the slower side of things, and also Imprison Dazzling Gleam shuts down Hatterene basically full sail. It's crazy because that's the only good fairy move that thing gets. And then Follow Me as well, shut down off of the Pachirisu if necessary. And just Terra Fairy as well. Hey, look at that. It's max attack choice band Dragapult once again. With Terra Blast Ghost for this week, otherwise Dragon Darts is very solid into their team. Hatterene is the only thing that I'm afraid of, as well as Fairy Terras. U-turn for pivoting, and then Outrage again if I've dealt with all the Fairy types and Terras. We're chilling. We have Life Orb Terra Fairy Crook because Fairy is very good into them. We just outspeed base 90 with this speed, I believe. And who on their team is base 90? I believe that's the Annihilate. So yeah, so we should outspeed max speed Annihilate. That's not Scarfed. And Earthquake, Knockoff, and Terra Fairy, Terra Blast are very good into my opponent. We have Terra Ground on Azumarill, just because defensively Terra Ground is pretty decent into my opponent. And Play Rough does nasty work, which is why we're running the Fairy Feather. I have Brick Break because they do have some screen potential, and that really is the only thing it's necessary for. I just kind of need an extra move. And Liquidation can be nice into things that resist Fairy. And then Protect, because protecting is safe. Terra Stellar Focus Sash Armarouge with weak armor. We have no reason to be running Flash Fire this week. I don't see them bringing a Terra Fire, Terra Blast thing into me. And the only move that they realistically have that is Fire type on their team would be like Hatterene Mystical Fire. And even then, I don't think they're bringing that. So went for weak armor. If we get weak armor proc, then we are faster than their entire team. I believe this also includes certain Choice Scarf Mons. So that's kind of the goal there. Expanding Force, incredible damage into them. Clear Smog is mainly if they decide to go for like a bulk up Annihilate set. And then Armor Cannon is just great neutral damage across the board. Wide Guard is very nice, mainly for Dazzling Gleams that want to come out. Expanding Forces of my opponent's own if they really want. And also because I can use Wide Guard to Earthquake beside my own Crocodile if I want. We also have a Terraflying Hawlucha with Unburdened Psychic Seed, no speed investment, because my opponent's team is pretty slow and Hawlucha's base speed is higher than everything on their side, to the point that when I pop my Unburden, I am faster than all of their mons, including Scarf. So, pretty nasty. And then we just max out the attack. Terra Flying as if we really need that Acrobatics to do a lot of damage. Then put the rest into Special Bulk. We have Coaching because that can be very nice into like our Dragapult or our Azumarill or our Crocodile. Just those would be any of the main targets for because they would actually benefit. Armarouge, sure, maybe a bit, help offset the drops from weak armor. Indeed, just for boosting up, but one thing we can do, I doubt this will actually happen, but I could technically, if I really wanted, in front of a Hatterene, I could Coaching it. And I believe, because of... I'm not going to test this in-game, actually, but I'm curious to know. If I Coaching it and it has Magic Bounce, I think it then just like comes back to me. I don't know if that's actually how that works or not, I'm going to be so honest. And I'm not going to test it out mid-game. And then Close Combat is just strong, and I didn't really have anything else that I needed to do. So that's the team. back into Scarlet and Violet we go. I have to remember how to play with Terra because Champions has been out for a week, and that's really the only thing I've played. Like and subscribe and comment and like and subscribe and comment and oh my god, I'm stuck in a loop. Let's get into the battle. Okay, let's see what they've got. Annihilate is dark, Espathra is fairy, Electros is steel, Toxicroak is also dark, Haxorus is dragon, Vaporeon is ice. Okay. I think I like a lead of my Dragapult for sure. Do I want to also lead with my Hawlucha as well? I kind of like that. Not a lot though. I don't like that the most, I suppose. So my Imprison is kind of useless, but not super useless. Let's see. Sure, okay. These are just the ones that I'm picking. And I am indeed recording, let's go. Alright, good luck to Carson. Vaporeon Espathra lead. Alright. So I could very well see this being a lead, or like a protect on turn 1 type angle. And if they do that, I could go for Imprison. Honestly, I'm gonna do that because that'll also prevent some Dazzling Gleam shenanigans. Let's see, what Terra is this? This is Espathra, which is Fairy type. Okay, so it's no longer weak to my U-turn, and it would make it immune to any of my Dragon moves that come out. Why? I do have to wonder why you would Terra and Protect. But it's okay. It's fine. We move. Ice Beam does come out. Does not get the one-shot. Beautiful. Then Espathra does get the speed raise. I'm gonna click Follow Me this turn. Did I bring the back again? It was Crocodile and Armarouge. Probably want to bring in Crocodile. This also could be an expanding force, honestly. It's stored power. Curious. Good to know. Rocky Helmet. This set confuses me, folks. But I mean, it's clearly doing something correct. I mean, we go out to our good old Armarouge here, our good old Soifon. Scald comes out, Speed Boost also comes out. Expanding Force, follow me. Like, I don't really see a reason not to. Espathra goes for the Protect. That's fine. This should do a good chunk to Vaporeon. Yeah, it does about half. Wonderful. Scald comes out. They're gonna be like, man, get a burn. That'd be so great. You're not getting a burn. I can just tell you that right now. It's not happening. So they have Protect, Stored Power. I could see them having Calm Mind. For a second, I thought it was going to be like, this move failed, and I would have freaked out, because that's just not a mechanic. It's another stored power. Okay, this might do me in. Depending. Okay, the Espathra is down, Terra is down. If Indeedee lives on this turn, I am inclined to switch it out. It does indeed, and they're going to be like, burn, 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 please burn, please burn. And it's not going to. So we've taken out their Terra, and we've taken out something that has setup potential, which I'm assuming... I assume it has to be Calm Mind. No... Excuse me? You don't have Wide Guard, right? Like, I'm pretty sure... Yeah, you do not have Wide Guard. That was one of the reasons I felt comfortable with this bring. I'm gonna bring in my Crocodile here. I'm running Moxie as opposed to Intimidate because they have a Defiant Annihilate. And Moxie is still just like a solid ability. This Expanding Force is still gonna do a chunk. Ooh, okay, it's Earthquake. Good to know. Doesn't take me down, and my weak armor is going to make me go fast. So I should outspeed, even if this guy's Scarf. And we take him down super low. Now it is kind of just a matter of, do I lose Psychic Terrain this turn? I think I might. Yes, I do. But genuinely, how do you stop me from clicking Expanding Force and going back out into my Indeedee here? I don't think you do. Earthquake is good to know for next game, though. And Wide Guard can potentially come in very handy there. Battlefield got weird once again. Our team is quite low on health, but some health is infinitely more than none health. Quote. Some health is infinitely more than none health. That was my yearbook quote in high school. So they have one Mon left. Let's see who it is. Brock. That's gotta be Annihilate, right? No! Okay, it's Big Croak. Alright, well... I have no reason not to do anything else other than follow me, I suppose. I am faster than this guy, even if they're Scarfed. And I should learn if they're Sash right here. They're not Sash. So Armarouge picked up 4? Yeah, Armarouge took out Espathra, Vaporeon, Haxorus, and Toxicroak there. Wonderful. Okay. Battle again, same rules. So, game 1 was Armarouge with 4. And that's the end of score tracking. And now... So, if that was our lead, right? We have Dragapult on lead here with Indeedee. Like, how do you beat that? What do you do to try and counter this? Because if I have Dragapult out, you might be inclined to go for some ghosty things. So I could see Annihilate on lead being a thing, so I think this time I might want to try Armarouge out front just off rip. Because I also never Terra'd that last game. Dragapult really is just solid in general into their team. And then... Is it Hawlucha in the back this time, potentially? No, because they didn't bring Electros, and I could see them thinking to do that, potentially. Let me remind myself of their Terras. They are Dark on Toxicroak and Annihilate. So I can see Espathra maybe not coming this time. And I'm going for Terra Dark. So I think I just want to bring the same 4. I'm going to be so real. Yeah, I think the same 4 are more than fine. We know that they have Protect, Ice Beam, Scald on Vaporeon, and they have Stored Power, Protect on the Espathra. For this first turn, I'm just gonna follow me instead, and I'm okay with clicking Dragon Darts this time. Espathra once again going for the Fairy Terra. It's okay. I should have maybe considered doing the exact same play again. Or at the very least going for Imprison, because this is probably Dazzling Gleam that's going to come out. Critical hit, we take that. That's for sure. How does that second one seem to do the same amount of damage as the first one, which was a crit? Okay, so that hurt. Okay, then. And then Espathra goes up to +1 speed. I'm gonna Imprison so that you can't do that again. And then I have to remember the controls because they're all different than champions. Crocodile. You don't feel as vital to me. So we're gonna bring Crook in. Vaporeon protects. That's very good for me because it's probably just another D-Gleam. Yep. Yep. But then we get to click Imprison here, and now I believe their only other attacking move is Stored Power. So they really cannot touch me. So they also, instead of Calm Mind, I suppose, they could have Baton Pass. That is a potential thing they could do. I want to say a knockoff gets KO here. No, it is Calm Mind. We do get that, and now we get to have a little bit of chippies. And we also go up in our attack. Because Moxie is cool. This could be Annihilate Canary. Okay. I feel like Dazzling Gleam is still just fine. And I think if I go for Terra Blast into the Espathra, it just goes down. And this Espathra is a problem. They're not going to click Store Power into my Dark type this turn. If they do, they deserve the KO on it. I'm going to be so real. Yeah, didn't think so. And Indeedee holds, because Indeedee is the GOAT. And now this is Physical Terra Blast +1. Wow! That's impressive that you survive. Dazzling Gleam comes out. Espathra still lives. Knockoff comes out. Okay. So, Expanding Force will get the KO for sure. And I have... Protect, so I may as well do that. And what I can do next turn, even if they went for that... Like, let's say that the board state didn't change next turn, and Armarouge was low, they could see that, like, a KO coming through with Ispath or Dazzling Gleam. I would be able to wide guard and get around him that way. Let's see what the Electros goes for. It's going to be a knockoff. That's fine. That also boosts my speed, so I am okay with that. You actually didn't know that I was Focus Sash before. But now you do. Wow. If this is Annihilate, Zareth, that sounds like an Annihilate name. Yeah, buddy. They did go for the Terra before, so they can't stop this. And I'm at +2, which should mean I am faster than a +1 Annihilate. Let's see. Yeah. And then we'll go for a knockoff into Electros. Damn, that does a lot. Okay, so they're not Scarf. Crocodile gets a second KO. They're Bright Powder? Oh, you're a bad guy. Not actually, but jeez. And then Rage Fist. Okay. That is fine. Because you can't Terra, so I just click Outrage. I just click Outrage and Terra Blast. And I get a KO with something. This is probably who gets the KO, though. GG's. Okay, so we are 5-1, and we are. I think that means that we're guaranteed. Oh, okay then. Well then, that should lock up playoffs then. Good games to my opponent, and all right, we will see who we face in semifinals. Is that for? Okay, amazing. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Thanks a ton. Peace out.